Aotearoa is already experiencing the effects of climate change. The floods and the slips, the storms and the droughts are becoming both more severe and more frequent. When it comes to tackling climate change, by far the best thing that we can do is to cut our emissions, because the severity with which we will experience climate impacts can be lessened if we do all we can to limit warming. That is the role of New Zealand's recently published emissions reduction plan. But, as recent events have shown, some of those effects are now unavoidable. This plan considers the impacts of climate change now and into the future, and it sets out how we will adapt. New Zealand has a history of solving challenges through innovation and resourcefulness and determination. Adapting to climate change is no different. Featuring over 120 actions, the National Adaptation Plan responds to the risks that were raised in the Climate Change Risk Assessment of 2020. You gave us your feedback on a draft National Adaptation Plan earlier this year, and as a result, the final product looks a bit different. For example, we've designed a planning and management system that ensures that buildings, infrastructure and developments are in the right place. More work is planned for managed retreat and other options for responding to sea level rise and flooding. We've also heard your support for better information and data about how a changing climate will affect you now and in the future. Every New Zealander needs information about the risks that we face, and this will be provided online later this year. The plan includes a work program for guidance for those who need to make decisions with climate change risks in mind, and it ensures that government strategies and policies will be designed with climate resilience built in. We're used to planning long-term for earthquakes. We have systems and regulations in place to manage those risks. We have information that we need to be prepared. Now we'll be taking the same approach to climate change. Of course, by cutting emissions and limiting warming, we can limit the severity of future climate impacts, and those efforts will be critical. But as recent events have shown, some of those impacts are unavoidable. The National Adaptation Plan sets out how we will step up and face that challenge together.